Well, there's no doubt about it. The Canadian Freedom Trucker Convoy that was seen across the world, but more in depth with our boots on the ground reports that we brought you at rebelnews.com, has inspired many. And that includes 14-year-old Tyson Hockley from Victoria B.C, who is now excited about taking on journalism after capturing some of the convoy-type events that were taking place in his own city. When I was in Victoria, BC, bringing you in-depth reports on the important challenge that just took place in Supreme Court by the Democracy Fund to challenge the vaccine passports, thanks to your guys' donations at fightvaccinepassports.com, I met up with Tyson to interview him because I thought it would be refreshing to hear a perspective from somebody so young about why they want to bring people all sides of the story today. So here is my quick interview with Tyson Hockley. Drea, Humphrey here with Rebel News, and this is Tyson Hockley from Victoria B.C, a 14-year-old boy who's starting out with journalism and hasn't been afraid to bring the public information on freedom convoys and movements. Thanks for being on Rebel News today.
Thank you for having me. And my name's Tyson Hockley, a 14-year-old inspiring to be a journalist. I come out here every Saturday to live stream. I do a non-biased report. I let people decide. I think the problem with media nowadays is it either picks one side, it picks either the left end of the political spectrum or the right. And the goal of my channel is to come down here every Saturday with the rallies, point my camera at everything, let people see what's going on, and kind of let people decide for themselves what they think about it. I think that's very important to have streamers covering it. I think the reason people trust streamers is because it's live, no editing. So when I'm out here, I'm not like editing it to make it fit some sort of certain narrative. You're seeing it raw, live, and you know exactly what's going on from the lens of my camera phone.
So what was the first thing that made you go, I got to come out and do this and let people see firsthand what's happening?
So I saw it on the news that there's this convoy in Ottawa, and a lot of people were talking about it. It was all over the news, and I got wind that there's going to be a rally in Victoria. So I decided that I would come down here and just kind of check it out. I wasn't expecting much to be happening. I expect maybe a small crowd that I could stream. And I get here at the legislature and there's 10,000 people across the lawn. So then I fire up my live stream and I wasn't really sure what to expect. Like, it's very controversial. I wasn't sure if it'd be, taken up well with my fan base. But within like the first 30 minutes, I had 100 people watching and everybody was like loving the stream. So that's kind of what inspired me to keep coming out here, is I knew people were interested in it. And a lot of people want to see what's going on. And there's not many streamers out here in Victoria, so I kind of now feel like it's my duty to come out here every single week and show people what's going on.
Well, I think that's really important, and it's impressive to see a 14-year-old identify this issue and want to bring a voice to it. How is this being perceived by your fellow students?
They think it's cool that I have this YouTube channel, and they think it's cool what I do. Some of them watch. I actually had one of my friends donate on my last stream, so I think they like it. I've had my channel for a while now, and I've just recently started doing the convoy and everything when it started. I've actually had my channel for about 3 years, so this is kind of like a new era of it. But I think it's being perceived very well by friends and family, and they like the fact that I'm kind of coming down here with like a clear mind, clear point of view, and just kind of showing people what's going on. Like I have people who agree with the convoy, who like my channel, and I also have people who disagree with the convoy, but they're open-minded. They like seeing what's going on. So yeah, it's very nice to be able to be here and provide people with coverage.
Well, covering the convoy was definitely a huge part in public affairs, but you also got some footage of Prime Minister Trudeau when he came here. How did that all come about?
So yeah, usually the protests are here at the legislature every Saturday, but I got wind that Justin Trudeau was coming to City Hall to meet with the Victoria mayor. It was actually on a Monday, so it was kind of going back and forth with my mom, trying to get the day off school to do some reporting, and shout out to my mom for being very supportive. But yeah, so I wasn't actually expecting to see Trudeau. I was expecting it would be like a big convoy of tinted black SUVs, and that he'd kind of like slip inside the building. But I actually did see Justin Trudeau walk into the building, and I got him walking out as well. And there was a crowd of demonstrators there to welcome Trudeau to Victoria. But yeah, I got that all on camera. I'm very glad that I took the day off school to stream.
We'll show you a clip of that cold welcome, which seems to be customary now when Prime Minister Trudeau visits different cities in Canada. There you have it, Tyson Hockley, an inspiring journalist who's taking on the freedom movement by storm. You can catch him out on YouTube. He's also on Twitter as well. Drea Humphrey for Rebel News.
Thank you for having me on.
At Rebel News, we are independent journalists that bring you the other side of the story, separate from interests of the government. That means we don't take a penny from Trudeau's government media bailout. We are accountable to you, the people. That also means when Trudeau and his Liberals decide to regulate journalism and decide who the public should hear from about important issues, including what's taking place in our government, we fight back. If you want to help us fight for freedom of a press, please go to we'resuingtrudeau.com so that he remembers this is Canada and he doesn't get to decide what type of news you hear and from who. So please go check out our lawsuit there, and it's going to be a David and Goliath type fight. So donate what you can if you want to make sure that independent journalists like ourselves are able to bring you in-depth reports on public affairs. Again, that is we'resuingtrudeau.com. We appreciate your support in this very important fight for freedom of press in Canada. I'm Drea Humphrey, and this is Rebel News.